Good. What's up, everybody? Everybody, it is March the 9th, and it is a full moon outside. I don't know if y'all had a chance to look at it, but that mother is big.
It is
Let me turn
huge.
this down because we're like we're going to doing a ghost story or something right
Oh yeah.
quick. Oh boy, what's going on? We are Twin Flames Unite, and we are at it again. And if y'all don't know by now,
Hello, hello.
I'm Chris.
And I'm Leisha.
What
What up?
up?
What's up, love energy? How you doing, girl?
We are in the house. Oh, we got a good connection today.
Nice. Hopefully YouTube don't kick us
Yes.
off.
That was some interesting stuff that this past weekend that we got kicked off of YouTube. And
Twice.
it is like, we don't know where it came from or why or what, but it is what it is.
We got kicked off like the last 3 times. We just got booted
Hmm.
out. Boot. Don't know why. But hey,
Oh yeah,
we right here
love
again.
love energy. That going through a lot of cleansing. There's a reason why you're doing that, and we're gonna jump into that in just a little bit.
That's what we're getting ready to talk about right now.
Hmm.
Yes, ma'am. It is not by accident that you're going through stuff, that you're feeling like you need to clean. It is not an accident.
Hmm.
Hey, Solo! What's up, girl? What's up?
Salma in the house.
What's up, my sweet?
707.
Beautiful.
Not. Oh, is it 707 your time or is that the area
I
code?
think it's 707.
Yeah, 'cause she's in Cali, right?
Yeah, 707.
Yeah.
Yeah, 707. She said, yeah, it's making you anxious. We're going to tell you how to
Hmm.
fix that. We got the
Hmm.
recipe right now.
Oh yeah. Yeah, we're just gonna wait for a couple of people to come on in the room. And as you all come into the room, definitely give us that thumbs up,
That
give us
thumbs
that
up.
like, so that we can tell YouTube that what we're putting out is useful.
Yes. And they could stop kicking us off.
Yeah, so definitely drop that like in there and also share. And if you are not a subscriber, go ahead and hit that subscribe button, turn on the bell so that you'll get that notification when we do go live.
Yes, please go ahead.
Yeah, and just one other little house cleaning thing that if you do have your notifications on, if you click that bell, make sure that your notifications is turned on your cell phone. Because if it's not turned on your cell phone, then you will miss those notifications.
That's what happens. And while we're waiting for people to come in, I just want to share what I did. So, guys, I started back making more jewelry.
Mm-mm.
And this is one of the first ones that I've completed, and I really like it. I love it so much. And I wanted to show you. Now, it's pink quartz. See, it's pink. See the tree? I put the tree in silver, and then the wrapping it's in copper. So it's beautiful. See the back is nice and clean. Figured out how to make it really clean. And the detail at the top, it's pretty cool, isn't it? Got the
Mm-hmm.
whole tree of life and a cute little spiral at the top.
Nice.
So this is a rose quartz that I just finished, and I'm in love with it.
Mm-hmm.
I am.
That is beautiful.
And it comes in a pretty little box like this. How cute is that? Oh my god. And then I have another one. This is a blue tiger's eye. And this one
Mm.
is really more about
Now
protective
that one's
energy
dope.
from like the evil eye. It's a
Oh,
protective
let me,
energy.
excuse me, y'all. Let me turn these notifications off because my phone is gonna keep going on and on with all these notifications.
And somebody said it's pretty. I know, I love it. This is rose quartz. This is the blue tiger's eye. And I just
Ooh,
finished it. This is a blue
that blue
tiger's
is
eye.
nice.
Yeah, this is a protection
Oh,
stone.
let me see that again because
Yeah,
the way that just went off, I don't know if you can see that again.
yeah.
But that blue
Oh,
is,
you saw it.
yeah, that blue was hitting.
Yeah, that's the blue tiger's eye.
Let me get a
So
little
that's
bit
a
close up for
protective
y'all.
stone for the evil eye and helps to repel
Ooh, oh,
unwanted energies. So
that is dope.
yeah, this tiger's eye is pretty neat. And I'm gonna be making more.
Mm-hmm.
So as I make them, I'll show you guys what I've created. And I've been painting. Like this creative energy was just coming in.
Mm-hmm.
I want to show you my painting. Excited.
Just so eager to show them paintings.
I'm wearing a golden evil eye necklace. Yes, and I recently got one, a bracelet, because I figured it was necessary. So I got the bracelet. It was necessary.
It is very necessary.
It's
And I actually
weird.
got one too. Now you won't be able to see this too much, but this is a new little piece that I just got
Yeah.
for my birthday.
Yeah, that's the obsidian, isn't
Yeah,
it?
it's obsidian with the, how do you say it? The hand of,
The hand of God.
yeah, it's hand of God, but it's also another name for it. I keep forgetting how to
Yeah,
pronounce it.
it's another name, but most people know it as the hand of God. But
Yeah.
I decided to get one recently because I was just minding my business, doing what I do. And then this young lady,
Oh no, go ahead.
oh,
I was just,
and she looked at me kind of weird, but you know when you could feel somebody looking at you? So I felt it because, I pick up on stuff. And I'm like, ooh, that feels weird. And I looked across, and boy, it looks good kill. I'm like, what did I do to you?
didn't do
I
nothing.
do nothing. I mean, but hey, people are just like that. Like it's people they can pick up on your energy, and it's either they're gonna really love you or they're not gonna love it so much because sometimes people tend to when you carrying that spirit of lack and you don't know that you have all those things within you, when you see it on the outside, you're thinking it's separate from you. So it probably will bring up different emotions, aka maybe jealousy, aka rage, anger, whatever that you feel that you're lacking on the inside and you see it on the exterior, it stirs stuff up. So that's the only way that I could explain what that was. It was weird. So yeah.
Yeah, so we had to get it because we understand that the evil eye is real.
Yeah.
And yeah, so we wanted to make sure that we keep that protection on deck. So, without further ado, we're going to get into the topic this evening. Now, we're going to be covering two things that kind of really go hand in hand together, which is this super full moon in Virgo that we're experiencing right now, which is called the quote unquote worm moon. And it also has some other associations with the lion and some other archangels that we're going to get into. But then we also have some things that we wanted to touch on today when it comes to the subconscious. Because when it comes to the subconscious with this full moon, there are going to be some things that we're going to be able to manifest. And the subconscious is going to be one of the things that are key. And just real quick, because I know we got some music playing in the background. If it's too loud, definitely drop a comment, let us know, and we can be able to turn that down. All right. But yeah, but we're going to get right into it with this full moon on March the 9th, 2020. All right. Now, the one thing that's so significant about this full moon is that it is right on the cusp of the end of the Mercury retrograde.
Oh, Selma said my DM's a Virgo. I expect changes. Yes, it's right around the corner. And somebody said something. Was that love energy? She said I should add petals and herbs. Yes, I do. Actually, I do. I always put when I send it off. I always put like sage,
Sage.
like little chips of sage. But petals, I have rose petals, so I'll put that with the pink quartz, the rose petals, a little bit of sage. That's a good idea.
Yeah, that's a real good idea. That's definitely dope. Oh, oh wow, Dee Dee, what's up? Have
Okay.
we seen her on the live before?
Okay.
Showing up. That's what I'm talking about. What's up, girl? Yeah, if y'all don't know Dee Dee, she is a fitness trainer. I think she's somewhere out on the East Coast. I can't remember right offhand, but definitely look her up if y'all can. Look her up. But yeah, but getting into this full moon, it is right at the end of this Mercury retrograde, which ends tomorrow, which is something I'm so grateful for because this energy and this ability to communicate with people is just through the roof.
It's been a
Yeah.
wild ride.
Yeah, it's been a wild ride, but we're so glad that we're at the end of it. Yes. Oh, you are so welcome, Dee Dee. She said she been here since day one. Oh
Yeah.
wow.
Yeah, we got a lot of day ones here,
Oh
baby.
boy.
We
That's
look, we're
what's up.
Marshawn and Honeydew.
They coming through soon. They coming through soon.
They're gonna be here in a minute.
All right. Now I got a couple of notes here. Now, this super moon that is going on right now is one of three super moons that are going to occur this year, which is so significant because we have also this super conjunction that's coming up where we have Jupiter. Um, Dang it, I just forgot them
They all
all at
conjuncting.
once. But it's like Jupiter is conjuncting with two other planets three times this year. And the last one's going to be on December the 20 something.
21st.
Yeah, December the 21st. So we got some major things going on, some major energy that's being
Yeah.
shifted, and it's being shifted towards our good, which is awesome.
You just have to know how to utilize the energies.
Yes. Now, one other thing is that when it comes to this super moon in March, it's really helping us to bring order, which is one of the reasons why one of y'all just mentioned a moment ago that you're going through and you're trying to clean out the clutter. Is that the energy from this super moon that's coming through is pushing us to get more organized
Yeah.
and to take chaotic or disorganized situations and rearrange them so that they best fit our situation. Oh wow, oh wow, your son is going. Birthday is on the 21st.
Wow.
Ooh wee, he must be a powerful one.
I know, right
Very
there on the
powerful one.
cusp. Because that's on the 21st. That's when, that's like a couple days from the 25th. So the 21st is when the sun starts. That's when it's this solstice, right? Yeah, and on the 25th, that's when it's the brightest. So that's the 20 between the 21st and the 25th of December. A lot of big things go down. So to be born on the 21st, that's a good thing. And so you got to remember, like, as above, so below. So if it's big cosmic shift that's going on above, it's going to be below.
Yes.
It'll be you'll see a replica in our realm.
Yeah, you definitely go see it. And one of the other things that's so significant about this is that, you know, with coming out of the Mercury retrograde and going into an era of getting everything organized and getting a chance to reflect on what happened, it's another indication that this world that we're in is not perfect. It's an indication that things are imperfect. And so it's really best for us to reflect and look at our expectations on everything when it comes to relationships, when it comes to jobs, when it comes to just getting tasks completed. We really want to take a step back and look at those expectations and not put so much weight on those expectations
Right.
because this world is imperfect. So nothing goes really as planned, but the funny thing is that everything happens exactly like it should.
Right. And we are perfectly imperfect. It's I like to call it unique because we are all unique and you can't find perfection in unique. Or can you?
Now, there was one thing in regards to calling this moon a warm, not warm, because
Worm.
it's about to get warm. It's about to get hot, especially in the south. But what is that note that I had? Okay, yeah, this was a note that I had as far as the worm is that the full moon in March has many different names due to its significant change from winter to spring. It is also known as crow moon, worm, worm moon, or storm moon. It's time it's time to set yourself free from restraints of winter and swim to the moon. So it's just so many things that are just coming about because when you think about spring, the worms are going to start coming back to the surface because now it's warm, and they don't have to worry about surviving through the cold. So a lot of things are going to start coming up, and new opportunities are going to be here. So this is the perfect time to get things organized, get your attention set, and make sure that your expectations are ones that are suitable.
Right. And also, again, like we talked about in the previous video before we got rudely cut out by YouTube, we were talking about how this is a perfect time to do a detox. Like, this is the perfect time to do a detox just to get in rhythm with Mother Earth. And
Yes.
we did post the link as to where you can find a really good detox. We'll put it at the end of this video where you can get a really, really good detox. It's organic, it's natural, so you don't have to really worry about any type of chemicals. But if you have your own detox that you do and it works for you, go ahead. This is the time to go ahead and get that detox done.
Yes, and Salma, you're right. It is time to get out of hibernation.
Yes. Yeah, that is
Yes,
perfect.
that
Perfect way
is
to put it.
perfect. Because you know what? This winter actually kind of felt like a hibernation in a
It,
certain way.
it did.
Because throughout this whole winter, which really wasn't a winter, it just felt like a really extended fall. For us, because we live in the South, so we
Yeah.
saw zero snow. Like
Yeah.
probably the coldest it got was like 40 degrees.
Nah, it went down to like 30 something at one point.
Yeah, it got pretty cold,
Yeah.
but for the most part, we were in the house, doing a lot of stuff as far as with the kids, with the homeschooling and everything. Like
Yeah.
we stayed in the house for the majority of the winter, so it definitely feels like a hibernation, and we just getting out. As soon as that sun breaks through, we're like, oh, yep,
It
we're
felt so
outside.
good.
Yes. Oh, yeah, and just like now, I know Dee Dee knows about this. She's talking about, yes, this detox is important right now. And that's something that I'm currently doing right now because I started my fast today. And I don't know, I got some mixed
You did.
emotions because,
You did good.
I mean, I'm doing good. I've still, because the last time I ate something, when did we eat yesterday?
I don't know, but I'm gonna start mine tomorrow.
But yeah, but just doing because I'm starting to fast, and now I'm just going to go through and start cleaning out the system. Because today we started with the colon,
Yeah.
and then tomorrow what are we doing?
So no, the colon you have to do for a few days.
Oh, for a few days.
Yeah, so the
Oh
colon, you
boy.
want to focus on the colon. And this is one thing that you guys should remember when you're doing a detox. It's an order, and it's an order to everything if you want to get results. I should say. You can do however you want to, but if you're trying to get real results, everything there is an order. Even in nature, there is an order.
Yeah.
And so when you're doing a detox, you want to start out with your colon, the intestines. That's the first thing that you want to detox because that's where your body, takes in a lot of the nutrition. If that's blocked up, everything else is really not going to go like how you want it to
It's
go.
not gonna flow.
It's not going to flow. It's blockages there. So you have
Yeah.
to do the colon. You focus on clearing the colon, the intestines. Once you're finished with that, then you want to move to the liver. Okay, the kidneys, because the liver and the kidneys, that's how your blood is cleaned out through the liver and the kidneys. You know, when you drink alcohol, when you take all these prescription pills, the liver and the kidney is putting a strain on those because it keeps. We don't know because we don't see it, but it's constantly going. So once you move from the colon, you go to the kidneys, and then you go to the liver. Then when you're done with the liver, you want to go to the lungs and the heart. Then you want to go to the veins and stuff because then if you do it in that order, you will start to notice the progression. Get rid of unnecessary bloatage. You're gonna notice your skin is gonna be
Glowing.
glowing. Your skin is gonna brighten up because the skin is your body's trash can pretty much. So if you want to know if there's really something wrong, you just look at your skin, and you can tell if something is going on in the inside that's trying to fight, it's trying to get out.
Yeah.
So that's the order in which you should do your detox, and you want to spend, depending on how, you might want to do maybe 3 or 4 days with the intestines and the colon, and then you do maybe 3 days
that?
for the liver and the kidney. Then you do another 3. You can do it in threes because I like to do things in threes.
Yeah, threes is
Yeah.
definitely, if you want to understand the universe, look at 369.
Yeah.
Look at Tesla. He definitely told you. Now, one other thing I forgot to mention about this super moon that's coming through is that we do have some additional assistance with this super full moon. And that assistance is Archangel
Ariel.
Ariel. Archangel Ariel is one that's really helping to go through and clear out the clutter, clear out the unnecessary stuff that we don't need. And just like this Mercury retrograde is getting rid of all of that miscommunication.
Right. And Raphael, Archangel, that energy of Archangel Raphael does
Oh,
help.
Ariel.
And Raphael does help
Yeah.
with the healing because
Yes.
Raphael is known for healing.
Oh yeah, because they're teaming up this month.
Right. So, one to get rid of clear, and then the Raphael energy comes in to help to heal emotional trauma, stuff like that. That's a good
Yes.
energy to work with when you're trying to heal.
And also, when it comes to manifestation, these archangels are also going to be helping out as well. So that leads us into our next thing, which is coming up to the subconscious.
Yes, we want to talk about the subconscious mind, unconscious mind, whatever you want to call it, the one that's underneath.
The underworld.
Underworld. Yeah, the underworld, the one that really runs the show, but we think that we do. So we're going to talk a little bit about it, and I took some notes here because I wanted to
Oh yeah, we always taking notes, y'all.
make sure I touch on these really important topics. I'm loving the conversation. Yay! Love you.
Yes.
Okay, so we're going to be talking about experience. Okay, so when we think about an experience, I wrote it down. Like, what is an experience? That's where we want to start at. So an experience is said to be a direct observation of or participation in events as a basis of knowledge. So we learn from our experiences pretty much.
Yeah.
But we want to be careful. I mean, our experiences are here to teach us, right? We learn from our experiences. But there is a slippery slope here.
Very slippery.
And
We were talking about
keep,
slippery slopes yesterday.
yeah, keep in mind that every thought, you can look at thought as a cause, right? And then you can look at the condition as the effect. So that's how you work with the Hermetic principles, cause and effect, right? And so you want to put limitations on yourself because of past experiences. You might have been in a different place.
Yeah.
You might have been in a different state of mind.
And so many of you all have evolved over the years, especially the people that's been with us, our day ones. You all have truly evolved and changed, and you're not the same person that you were last year.
No.
We know that for a fact.
No. We growing in these streets.
Yeah.
And so that's why we want to be able to take our experiences, right, and turn them into things that empower us and not, make us lesser than what we are. Because you can go through a situation, right, and you can be like, man, I'm never going there no more. Forget that. I'm done. Or forget her. I'm done. But that was like maybe 5 years ago.
Yeah.
Right? From then until now, how much have you grown?
Yeah. And you know what? I think I'm a perfect example of that, because when I first woke up and I found out the truth of the program, I was livid. And I was like, I'm never dealing with anything religion anymore. I'm not dealing with church or the Bible or anything. But, as I grow and I evolve, I understand that a lot of the stuff that are in these religious texts, even though the truth is twisted, they still have the truth in them.
Yes.
So now, because of the growth that I've had, I'm actually able to go back and look at certain scriptures, whether it's in the Bible or the Quran or whatever religious text, and be able to find the truth in it and see that code that's in there to help develop myself. So it's not so much that I'm practicing a religion, it's just knowing that the truth is scattered, and it's been scattered real well.
Very well.
Like the people who put this, the entities, let me say that, the entities that constructed this whole construct that we call Earth,
Man.
I gotta give them a
They did good. They did good.
they did really well
They
with
did that.
hiding the information.
They did that.
A lot of it is hidden in books. There are some people that have seminars that go out and they disclose a lot of this information, but the real truth is so deeply hidden.
Yeah. Camouflaged almost.
Yeah, and a lot of times it's right in your face. It is really right in your face
If you want to
sometimes.
hide something from someone, put it right in front of their face. But the next thing that I want to touch on with the experiences is that you have to check your belief system. Check, go with it and check your belief systems. And this is not something that you're going to do only in springtime. This is something that you want to check ever so often, like it's like a self check. And that's the next point we're going to get into.
Yeah.
Check your belief systems to see if they're serving you. Because you might have formulated a belief system 2 to 3 years ago that was working for you 2 to 3 years ago, but because you've grown and you've evolved, you have to check to see, does this serve me? Do I really need this belief system any longer, or have I evolved past this belief system? And the reason why you want to do this is to check to see if that's a blockage. Could it be blocking you or hindering you from getting to the next level, or from accomplishing something that you've been trying to get done for about a year? Okay, because it could be coming through as something that's hindering you from progressing.
Yep.
And the only way that you can do this, it's through the next step that we're going to get into, and it's called introspection.
Yeah. Yeah, just like we just mentioned a moment ago with this full moon, with everything clearing out, it's really good to look at your expectations and make sure that they're realistic. But in order to make sure that they're realistic, you have to do that introspection. You have to really go
Yes.
within and make sure that things are in alignment.
Yes, you got to ask yourself these tough questions, and not don't ask Granny. I mean, Granny could give some good advice,
She definitely can.
but when you're doing introspection work, these are questions that you're gonna have to ask yourself, because you're gonna be have to answering these questions honestly in order for you to really move to that next stage, wherever that is, right? And so by doing that, there is a scale online that you can Google it. It's called emotional guidance scale, right?
Emotional guidance scale.
Emotional guidance scale. And so one of the scales, it spirals up, right? In the other scale, it spirals down. And so when you're doing this reflection, this inner work, you're going to be wanting to, you're going to want to look at the triggers that's causing you to spiral down, right? So you might see that, whenever you get into this situation, it's triggering you to feel anger, or when you're around this individual, it's triggering you to feel hopeless, or whatever that spiraling down is, right? You're gonna have to start now asking yourself the hard questions. And some of these questions, it might take you a couple days to get the answers, but the answers is all within you. Okay, because you're the ones that we created from our belief systems, and we create the belief systems through our experiences. So you're gonna have to ask yourself the tough questions, like, where is this feeling coming from? It might take you a couple to go back and see, well, no, it didn't start from here, because I had this feeling before, I had this experience before. And what happens if you don't do this self check, right? What you're gonna do is you're gonna just keep repeating patterns. You're going to keep repeating the same thing and the same thing, and it'll just manifest itself in different ways, but it's the same pattern. And you won't know why, and you'll be stuck, and you can't move, and you'll be like, why am I so stuck? But it's because you have to, ever so often, you have to go back and look within you and check on those belief systems to see if they're serving you or if it's holding you back through these patterns that we create. Okay? Now, once you go through and you check on those triggers, whatever those triggers are, and you've recognized them and you now know where they're from, like, oh shit. Well, by golly, I'll be damned.
Yeah.
I remember now is that damn Susan. 5 years ago, whatever. That's why I don't like peanut butter, whatever. Now I remember why I don't like swimming with my trunks on. I don't know what it is. It could be anything.
Yeah. Yeah. And it's just belief systems that just really hold us back. And, and a lot of it, some of you probably have gone through this point already because, I mean, money is one of the main things for us right now.
Mm-hmm.
But a lot of people have negative belief systems tied around money.
Yeah,
You
yeah.
know,
That's a big
when
one.
you were a child, you may notice that you ask your mom or your dad for something like, "Oh no, not right now. We ain't got the money for that."
Right.
So you would put some negative connotations on that, and now we have to step back and look as adults.
Mm-hmm.
Like, as long as we manage our money and do what we're supposed to do, then we can have as much money as we need. And it's also, when you grow spiritually, you understand that money is currency,
Mm-hmm.
currency is energy, and
Yes.
we're always full of energy. So
Mm-hmm.
that means that we're full of currency.
Right.
So when you look at that, you rewrite your story,
Mm-hmm.
then you notice that you didn't have a money problem, you had a vision problem.
Mm-hmm. Which
Okay.
is your belief system, which is the BS
Mm-hmm.
that you had tied to the currency, which is the money, which is that energy,
Mm-hmm.
which could be lack. Or maybe you spend money all the time and you don't know why. Every time you get $20, you want to spend it, you want to get rid of it.
Mm-hmm.
And you don't know why. Why am I always spending money? Like, I don't understand. Why can't I save money? Or it could be the opposite. You could be a hoarder of money,
Mm-hmm.
always wanting to keep money and you're afraid to spend it because you're afraid you're going to lose it, right?
Yeah.
Either way, it's the same thing. It's a belief that you have attached to money, and it came from someplace. So
Yep.
now what you have to do, you have to introspect, you have to go within, and you have to figure out where did this BS come from, literally.
Yeah.
And now once you figure out where it comes from, once you figure out on that emotional the scale, the guideline, what
Mm-hmm.
triggers what, now you can actually go in and do some transmutation.
Yep.
You can actually go and you can read, like my baby said, you can rewrite your story.
Yep.
You can change the story that you're telling yourself that's attached to that belief system, and you can literally change it. And then that's how you evolve, and that's how you grow, and that's how you get to the next level. Have a fear of swimming. Why do I have a fear of swimming? Now, if this is a past life situation, then you got to go into some kind of past life regression session to find out. But if it's in
Oh
this
boy.
lifetime, then it'll be a little bit easier for you to go through and do some correction because you're missing out on a whole yacht fest,
Mm-hmm.
because you're afraid of swimming. Or you might be afraid
No.
of flying. Somebody got you 2 tickets to Paris, but you're afraid of flying. So you can't see the Leaning Tower of Pisa.
You know what? I got a personal story, and this is probably a funny one. Back when I was a kid, right? Um, I had a cousin that just came back from the army, and we were riding with him. I think we were probably like 6 or 7, something like that, right? And he would always tell me to take my hand out the window. And I was like, why you want me to take my hand out the window? Like, I like feeling the breeze and stuff like that, you
Yeah,
know?
you do that up to today. You go like this.
Yeah. But he would keep the windows cracked and I would still have my fingers through there. And so like one day he wanted to prove a point. And so my hand was the window was cracked, like it was probably like open like that much. And I had my hand like feeling the breeze and everything. And he went and he rolled the window up on my hand. And y'all, I was yelling, I was screaming. I was like, my hand, my
That is
hand.
terrible.
And so like to
He's
this
mean.
and so like up until recently, and I think a little bit still today, and this is something I gotta work on.
Aww.
But when the window is cracked, like if the windows roll down, I'm cool. But if it's cracked and I put my fingers out there, I'm like in the back of my mind, I'm thinking the window about to roll up and my hand's gonna get crushed.
Oh.
But like that's not gonna happen because for one, I'm in the driver's seat. I got control of the
Oh.
window, so I'm not gonna roll up my own hand.
Right.
But stuff like that.
Oh my God, that's a belief. See, that's a
Yeah,
perfect idea of a belief system you have attached to that.
yeah.
And that's because your cousin triggered that whole, that's where that whole thing started. So that's a good idea. Welcome, Marshawn.
Marshawn in the
In the
building.
building. What's up,
Yes,
girl?
yes, yes.
But yeah, so I advise you guys to look it up, the emotional guidance chart. And you guys can look, it's a visual, some people are visual learners. So the emotional guidance scale, that's what it's called, emotional guidance scale. And it'll show you what emotions trigger you to spiral up, what emotions trigger you to spiral down. And then you can start to really, it's going to make you be more aware of yourself. And that's the thing that you want to do. You want to be aware of what you're doing. You want to be aware of your actions so that you can respond versus reacting to people, circumstances, and situations. And that will lead you to live in a more harmonious and purposeful life, because then you take the wheel back. Okay, you have the wheel now, so you can steer left and you can steer right, knowing that you're making that conscious decision.
And what was that again? The emotional what?
It's called the emotional guidance scale. And once you're able to pinpoint what makes you feel a certain way, then you have the ability to trace back where it originally came from. And then you can change that belief system to something that will empower you versus something that's going to disempower you or make you feel little, make yourself feel large. Because at the end of the day, our thoughts create our reality. And we have control in how we create our reality through our experiences. So once you gain back control, I mean, you good. You live in harmonious. Again, life is not perfect.
No.
Things
Which we not. And that was something I was thinking about the other day, and I wanted to kind of do a video on it, but it's so simple that it wouldn't be a long enough video. So when you look at this world around us, and I think I may have lost you a little bit on this one. I don't know, but when you look at this world, like there's nothing that's perfect. When it comes to the seasons, like unless you're a farmer, the seasons don't come exactly the way that you want them to come, right? Or when you look at the legal system, as messed up as it is, I mean, you can look at this in the judicial system, in the medical system, in the education. It's not perfect. It, as
far from it.
is way far from it. But it all serves a purpose. It all serves a purpose. And that's the thing that makes this world so perfect, is that because the things that are in it are imperfect. Okay? And when it comes to those people who are perfectionists, sometimes you just gotta get the stick out your ass.
Ooh.
Because it's
Ooh, that's a hard one, baby.
oh, that's a hard one.
Oh my God, what is this?
You know what?
Let me get my mind clear.
It's so funny.
Right.
YouTube will block us for saying something about the trees, but if I say you got to stick up your ass,
they ain't gonna shut us down. You see this type of stuff, but it's okay.
But being a perfectionist, you're gonna end up driving yourself crazy because there's nothing that's perfect. It's like the story that you were telling Sarah the other day about the broken teacup.
Yes, that's a perfect example.
Yeah, tell them about that, baby.
Who's it? The Christian something? Are you just reading or do you do healing? Well, we do readings. We used to do healing work in our early journey.
Yeah.
But then we don't anymore.
Yeah.
And that's only because when you're talking about healing, it's dependent on the individual. That type of healing could be extensive work. Well, any healing is extensive work. However, what we did not anticipate was how
draining
that it can be at times. And not only that, when you're doing healing, you have to be able to, well, first I want to make one thing clear when it comes to healing. The people that do the healing, they're like catalysts, they're facilitators. They don't actually do the actual healing, okay? it's kind of like they open up the way or open up the portal for that individual to heal themselves. Okay?
Say it now.
So, and in doing so, it could be very draining. And sometimes, if you're not able to transmute that energy, and if you're not able to clear that energy that's coming through, it's energy. It got to go somewhere.
Yep.
Okay. And so it can possibly come into you. Hence why we we are not, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
We don't want to do it.
Yeah. Well, now we're actually
Yeah.
looking into getting actual training
Right.
to do that.
Right.
And one of the other things that come into when it comes to healing is that so many people do it virtually, but us personally, we would rather be with
Right.
you all right in person.
Right.
Because there's so much more that can be picked up versus over the internet or over the phone. So with that, we pretty much limit ourselves. Now, there's different levels to healing.
Right.
Because one of the levels of healing that we've been able to do for quite a few of our clients is helping them find those patterns that are keeping them stuck, to help them to see the BS, the belief systems
Right.
that are blocking them from their blessings. Helping them to see different perspective and getting them fresh eyes on things.
Right.
And a lot of times through those sessions, we're able to do a lot of healing
Right.
for some people. Because one of our friends in where is she? The one.
Oh, Miss the beautiful 40-year-old one.
The 40-year-old, yeah, that's one too.
She's awesome.
But the one in not Switzerland, where is she?
Oh, what's her name with the blonde hair?
Yeah.
She is. Oh, she has such a great story.
Oh yes.
She has such a great story. We probably talked to her on we had like 5 or 6 sessions with her. And right now, this lady is so happy.
On top of it.
When she first started with us, she was like real, and she was a teacher of some sort. But she had her own, stuff that she was dealing with.
Yeah.
And she was just sad, and we both cried the first session. And but yeah, we can talk to people, and we can kind of figure out what's going on. We can give advice and things of that nature. We can help the individual to go into their subconscious further down to really pull out, what's going on. But as far as doing like Reiki healing,
energy work,
and things of that nature, we would definitely advise our clients to go to like a professional Reiki healer.
Yeah.
Because they know how to transmute those energies into get it to do that whole recycling through a specific technique.
Yeah. And Goddess 99 just said that she's a Reiki practitioner.
Beautiful.
Yeah, so definitely if you all are in her area,
Yes.
or Goddess 999, if you have any way of people contacting you so that they can get that assistance, that would be so wonderful.
Put that in the chat. Goddess 999. Go ahead and put your information in the chat, just in case somebody is looking to get assistance with some type of Reiki healing. They can contact you.
Yeah.
Yeah, that would be awesome. But if you guys need advice and, going into your subconscious and really unlocking those blockages within the subconscious mind, clearing out those blockages, that's us.
Yeah.
But
we
if
got you all day.
Got you all day, all the way. Helping you to have a new perspective, a more empowered perspective, way of looking at things, finding out what's holding you back and swing you forward. We can assist with that.
Yes.
Anything with Reiki and the touching and the moving of energies and stuff, we have a beautiful
Goddess 999.
Goddess 99 right here. Go on and hit her up.
Yep. And Goddess, you can send that check to the address.
So silly. Oh my gosh.
Yeah, she didn't know she had affiliates, did she?
That's crazy.
But yeah, oh wow, what were we talking about before we went into that?
We were talking about the experience, introspection, and also the transmutation of how to get to your greatest and highest self by
Right.
getting rid of belief system that's no
Yeah.
longer
Yep. Yep.
serving
Yep.
you. It's like you're doing your own self upgrade. We're teaching
Yeah.
you guys how to upgrade yourself, and this is stuff that we do for ourselves,
Yeah.
and it works.
Oh yes.
It definitely works. Like, we have to self-regulate all the time. And it's, when you're talking about a spiritual awakening, it's not something that you just wake up one day and you know everything. It doesn't work like that. It's a constant checking of self. Checking, reflecting and checking, transmuting, checking, reflecting, transmuting. And
Yeah.
you gradually build and you grow and you expand.
Yeah. And it's really getting to a point of understanding that we don't know nothing.
Yeah. I
We
mean,
don't, because as soon as we think we know something,
boom.
and we keep digging, and we're like, oh nope, that's not the way. Yeah. Oh, let
Yeah.
me
So
show this.
yeah, you just have to continuously work on yourself. There you go. So Goddess 999, she has her Gmail posted in the chat, so you guys
Yep.
can contact her if you are interested in getting a Reiki session. I know a lot of practitioners, they do work via Skype and things of that nature. So maybe you can find out if she does work via Skype, because that is something that is possible. I mean, it's energy,
Yeah.
you know.
And if y'all understand that we are multi-dimensional beings,
Yes.
that means that I can be here and I can close my eyes. And right now I'm on the beach on Sarasota, what is it?
Florida.
Sarasota, Florida. Like right now
Yes.
I'm on the beach right now. I got my feet in those clear quartz sand right now. Oh
Yeah,
my gosh.
that's traveling. Yeah. So we can literally interdimension travel because we are human beings having, we are spiritual beings having a human experience, and we do so with our celestial bodies. All those celestial bodies are there for a reason. Some people might not be able to see it with their with these eyes, but you can definitely see it once you have more vision with your pineal gland. That's something that'll be opened up to you. It's all there. It's just a matter of where is your awareness. Okay. Beautiful. So she even put her
Yep. Yep.
YouTube channel on here, which is wonderful. Thank you, Goddess 999. I mean, we all got to work together to help the planet. That's what this whole thing is about, is helping each other. I mean, right now I'm in school doing applied behavioral science, and I have to study this serial killer. Her name is Arlene. How do you say her last name? That serial killer that murdered a whole bunch of men
From the movie Monster.
from the movie Monster. I have to do a report on her, and I just find it funny how, I mean, this is maybe my humanitarian side coming out. And I'm not saying that what she did was right at all. Like, I'm not saying that she should have done what she did. But what I'm saying is, like, from just looking at her childhood, how I think the world failed this lady. Like, as a human society, we failed this lady. From the time this lady came out her mother's womb, she was just meeting it. She met it. Her dad committed suicide when she was 2. Her mom left. She was left to be raised with her grandparents. She was raped by one of her brothers, and she was raped by one of the friend of the family. Constantly molested. Got pregnant at 15. Had to give the baby up for adoption. Got kicked out of the house when she was 15. Didn't know how to support herself. Had to do prostitution. While she was doing prostitution, she got raped. Almost got killed. And so it's like, and she got tried, and eventually they gave her the death sentence. And I'm just like, where were these social workers? I mean, they like to run up in people's house
Take
and take their
kids.
kids. Why nobody didn't take her?
Take payments.
I think that they had a chance to do an intervention when that young lady was 15 years old,
Yep.
giving birth in that hospital. So they've signed all these adoption paperwork. The people who so excited to be parents, they couldn't stop to think for 5 seconds, where is this baby coming from? Nobody didn't care about where the baby coming from. They just want to be parents, and that's it.
Yep.
That's the line right there. I want to be parents. I don't care if you get that baby out of the sky. Let me be a parent. And that's the mentality of the world. The baby was born in the hospital. Where is these social workers to say, why is this 15-year-old having a baby? Where is her parents? Like, what's going on with her? Is she eating? Is she living? Like, how is she surviving? Nobody asks any questions about this young lady. She's on the streets. Nobody's looking for her. They quick to come at your house and knock at your door and ask you why your kids is not in school. Why nobody wasn't knocking at her parents' door to find out why she's not in school. And so now when she gets older and she's have to live the way that she's living, now they mad. Now they want to go and give her the death sentence. But where were you when she was crying out for help? When she was from a baby up until she was 15? Nobody was there to help her.
No, no, no.
Nobody. And so that's the paper that I'm working on right now in school. And this is why I have such a passion for the mind, psychology, and really trying to help people, into healing those traumas within from childhood. Because what can happen when those traumas go untapped and untouched and just fester and fester and fester? Look what happened to Arlene. So if someone could have reached out to that lady when she was 15, I know for a fact she would have had a different future. I know that for a fact. Nobody can change my mind.
Yep.
She had probabilities of living a different life.
She really did.
That's what we're hoping to do with this channel, is sharing our experiences and sharing our videos, and hoping that maybe it might reach somebody who might be in a pivoting point, and it might be just a sentence that might help them to change their mind and be like, you know what, I could do this. Yeah. It's not that bad. Let me put one foot in front of the other. Eventually, I'm gonna get there.
Yeah, you said that.
Sorry, I went on a rant. My bad, guys.
Yes.
Just real passionate about Arlene.
I know. Just you gotta get it out there.
Yeah. People look at her as a murderer. I look at her as a human who never had a chance.
Yes. But Christine, we thank you so much for the donation, and we are coming right up with your card reading. Thank you so much.
My bad, I'm here ranting. I'm so sorry. I get so passionate when it comes to things like that, So y'all got to just forgive me.
Oh, let me sage you out.
Sage me out, baby. Sage me out. I felt like I was speaking for her. I don't know why. I feel like she spoke, but she wasn't heard in a sense. I don't know if that makes sense. Because you could say something, but it doesn't mean that you're heard.
Go ahead.
Thank you, baby.
Throat chakra clear.
I got my throat chakra clear, baby.
Uh-huh.
You're so crazy.
Go ahead.
Come on, get the cards, baby. Make sure we got the energy clear for the cards.
Yes.
I just want us to live in a good planet, baby.
Yeah, I do too. Shoot.
I want us to be compassionate of each other, to be kind to each other, to love each other, to help when we can, give a little advice here and there.
And my big thing is getting to the kids before the system does. And I don't mean just so much the prison system. I mean the education system before these religious systems. Just really showing them the truth of what's going on. Because today I was going through showing the kids some stuff when it came to history, but knowing what I know, I like, nope, this information is false. They're talking about the pyramids 4,000 some years old. It's like 12,000 some years old. Like, no, I'm not gonna let them feed the wrong information to these kids, and teaching them how to take care of their bodies and take care of their mind is more important than them getting an A on the test.
Queen Maya said she has the same passion. Man, it's just in my soul. I can't get rid of it.
Yeah. Well, this sage is on point. It's just like on fire.
I love sage. All right, so Miss Christine, we are gonna pull a card from you today. We're gonna get permission from your higher self to get you a reading on today. Now, I promised that I was gonna start using the other deck of cards, right? To go with this one to see how it lines up. So I'm gonna start doing that. I'm just not gonna get up right now.
No.
All right, so Miss Christine, message from your higher self. See what your higher self has to tell you on today, what messages is coming through for you. Usually these cards are really accurate and on point. So we have the Ace of Air for you on today, Miss Christine. We also have Abundance. Look at you. You better. So we have the Abundance card. I love the Abundance card. I haven't seen it in a while. And we also have, you got some air cards here. So you have the Nine of Air. So we have the Nine of Air. Got a nice little reading here. You got two air cards in an abundance. And guess what, Miss Christine? Now is the season for air. Okay? This is the air season, right? So we stepping into the age of Aquarius. So the Ace of Air, a new ideology. It says you got to unlearn and let go, Miss Christine. Fact and genuine knowledge, okay? Focus on fact, not so much opinions. It says honor personal truths and know your mind. Reality is first conceived in the mind. Be excited and motivated. Looks like some good things is about to start happening. But wow, this is crazy. We just talked about this for about 40 minutes. This is what it says. It says our old beliefs sabotaging future goals. So that whole video that we made, it's good. So you want to go back in, ask yourself, do that
Introspection.
introspection, and dig in there and see what beliefs that you need to let go of. It might have served you 2-3 years ago, but check back on that to see if that's something that you still need, or if you might need to give yourself a new perspective, a new ideology on the way you're looking at something or some things.
Yep.
Right? So it says the Ace of Air symbolizes a new way of thinking, which is perfect time. Out with the old, in with the new. It's the energy that's going on right now. It says it suggests that it is now time to let go of old, outdated beliefs and ideas that no longer serve and make way for a new and independently formed personal ideology. So, like your own truth, right? She says she's an Aquarius. Boom, baby, you can't make this stuff up. Beautiful. So the air, I love it. Okay. So the next one is the Nine of Air. It says open to possibilities. So open up to new possibilities. Possibilities are infinite. Make sure you know yourself. Know the universe. Okay. Get connected. What dwells within you is also in nature. Okay. It says here, wow, this is like a confirmation of the first card. It says, remember that belief creates. So whatever it is that you're feeding, that's what you're going to experience. Okay. All that exists was first imagined. And I always say that everything that you see outside of you, it first started in the mind. Okay. Also, it says fantasy is the birthplace of reality. So probably going through some transition of some sort, maybe a new way of living. It says here you were born to create, which is true because Aquarius,
Yes.
y'all are some serious creators. My daughter out there, she could make anything, a moon, everything.
Manifested.
She could manifest. We don't know. She got to teach us. It says, imagine your fears away. And you have the power within you to do that too. Okay?
That's dope.
It says the Nine of Air represents the imagination and our connection to the universal consciousness or the universal mind. It signifies the importance of knowing yourself. For in truly knowing yourself, one will know both the universe and the power of the void, which is you. Sometimes people say, oh, I feel this void within me. It's because you're missing.
Yeah.
You're the only person that can fill that void, not nobody else.
The only person.
Okay? So that is beautiful in abundance. Do we need to talk about this abundance card? Like, do we really need to go into the abundance card?
It's self-explanatory.
It is self-explanatory, but you know what?
There's abundance coming in.
Sweetie, there is a plethora of abundance either in your way or headed your way.
Yeah. And when you think about abundance, abundance is what you put a definition to it on. Because, some people say abundance is money, some people say abundance is love, some people say abundance is just having time and options. It's just a matter of what you place on it, but you got some
Yeah.
abundance coming your way.
And just think of it of a state of plenty. That's
Yes.
abundance. Whether it's water, money, it's just plentiful. So you have a lot of plentifulness energy that's either in your presence right now or about to be in your presence. Abundance is also a feeling. It's how you're feeling, and also it's all around you, right?
Yep.
And have faith and conviction in your abundance. Make sure you stamp that seal in there, like own it. It says complete trust is required though. Gotta have that trust, gotta have that faith, gotta have that conviction. It says determine your goals and reasons and set your intentions. This is a perfect time to do that. Also, a state of contentment, not influenced by external factors. Don't let anybody, anything, any situation get in the way of your abundance.
Yep.
Relax and enjoy yourself. Generosity ripples outwards. The more you give, the more you receive. Okay? And just continue to appreciate and continue to be grateful for what you have. Because it's just going to open up for more. Because we receive what we are. So that is your reading was beautiful.
Yep. And then she said that I've been trying to, was that conceive,
Conceive.
but was doubting myself because it hasn't happened, and wanted to cleanse those thoughts out because I know I will
Oh
conceive.
wow, that is
Yep. And you
amazing.
will conceive.
You will, sweetheart. You will continue to trust and believe in yourself. Continue to know in yourself, and just keep doing what you're doing because you're building momentum. Just don't stop believing in you and don't stop knowing in you, trust in you because whatever is in here, you will see it on the outside.
Yep.
And you're an Aquarius girl. Come on now.
Crash is right on time.
This is your season, literally. This is your season. You're gonna have a season for the next 2,000 years. What you gonna do with it?
This is the age of Aquarius.
Yeah.
And if y'all didn't catch what we were trying to show on what's up, Charles? Thank you for tuning in. If you all didn't catch what we were trying to show in regards to the coronavirus,
Oh yeah.
because I know that video was kind of choppy, it was crazy and stuff like that. Here you go, Ben.
Okay.
Yeah, it was a little choppy and crazy, but what's going on right now is if you look at the root word, well, not so much the root word, but the Latin word for corona is crown. Okay. And right now we are literally transitioning this year from the age of Pisces into the age of Aquarius. So we are literally crowning into the age of Aquarius, which means that the information is going to be prevalent. It's going to be all over the place. I mean, it's already all over the place. And so this virus that's coming through is really symbolic of what's going on in our realm right now. And so just be prepared for it. We got a lot of stuff coming our way. Don't worry about this old coronavirus. It is just that. It's just as long as you're not eating bats, you're not eating snakes, and
Really, babe?
if you're like trying to stay away from the meat diet, because I mean we've pretty much stayed away from it for the majority of it, so we ain't worried about that. What's going on in the chats, babe?
I'm having fun.
I see.
I'm just down here typing. I don't usually type, but I just had to respond to Christine. She was saying how she got some unexpected funds recently,
Nice.
and she was just led to just give it back to the people that helped her out. Man, you're gonna have so
Aw.
much just come your way. It's just the energy because when you do stuff like that, it's like you get what you are. So it's like you're creating. When you give, it's showing that you're really not afraid, and so it's just going to circle back around because it's currency. So it'll come back around to you. That's beautiful. I love it.
Yep. And I just had a feeling that I was shuffling these cards for somebody, and Kirk just put a
Oh,
request in
what's
for
up,
a
Kirk?
reading.
We love Kirk. He is
Kirk is so awesome.
amazing. He has such a beautiful spirit,
From the
so
Philippines.
lighthearted.
If y'all hadn't noticed by now, once you become a client of Twin Flame Unite, I mean, you are really a part of the family.
Yeah, now you
Like,
you in now.
like we know you.
Yeah.
When we see your name pop up on the chat, oh, we shouting you out.
Yeah.
So
Yeah, we had
hit
a
hit
really
book a session with us. It is awesome.
yeah, we had a
So
really good session with Kurt. He is amazing. Beautiful person, just growing, evolving, and
oh
just
shoot,
pouring into himself. I love it. Absolutely
forgot to
love
put
it.
these back in here. Hold on, Kirk. We got your reading coming
We
up in
got you,
just a
Kurt. We
second.
got you.
Just forgot that we had these three sitting out here. I'm gonna
Kurt,
shuffle them one more
I
time.
feel like you're gonna have a really good reading.
Oh yeah, this like I was just over here shuffling just because.
Yeah, I feel
So
like
we're
the
gonna
reading is
see
gonna be really, really interesting.
what's coming up.
Oh, for you guys who are here right now, we ask that you just put a like on the video. All you gotta do is just hit the X for the chats and just put a small like on the video so YouTube could, stop kicking us off and know that, our videos is helping. And for those of you who are just joining, I did show my rose quartz that I made because a lot of you guys were requesting that I make some rose quartz jewelry, and I finally started about making some jewelry, and I did do this one. Do you see this? The tree of life? How cute is that, huh? OMG. And I've been painting. So if you guys see blue under my fingernail, it's because I'm painting. I'm doing a whole lot of stuff.
Yeah,
And I
yeah,
also
yeah.
did this one, guys. If you're just joining, this one kind of reminds me of Egypt. This is a blue tiger's eye.
There that blue go again.
Yeah, that's the blue in it. Blue
Ooh,
tiger's eye. This one does help with
gosh, that blue is
yeah,
beautiful.
this is pretty. Kind of reminds me of something from Egypt, but
Mm-hmm.
all original. Nobody didn't help me to make it. It's all inspirational in spirit, right?
Mm-hmm.
So I have a few more that I'm gonna make, and when I do complete the ones that I have, I think I'll put it either on Instagram or I might put it on YouTube or I'll do both. But I'm still in the process of creating some more new jewelry.
Mm-hmm. All right. So we're gonna pull the top three for Kurt.
Kirk, are you ready? Drum roll. What do we have here? Ooh, another dragon.
Mm.
So you got some new stuff coming up, Kirk. So this is Earth, one of Earth, which is the dragon sign. These dragons come along when something new is coming around, new opportunities, which is good.
Mm-hmm.
And let's see what your next one is. It says here, heaven and earth. You're creating stuff,
Oh,
Kirk. And this is
sound
another
like he
earth
taking
sign.
sound like he taking some advice.
He is. So you're creating literally, and it's an 11. I love 11. So now you have 111. This is cool. So 11, heaven on earth. That's another earth card. And you also have, and wow, this is the air card. So this is the one of air, which is the same new ideology. You're looking for a new way of new perspective, new way of looking at things, which is good. So you got that's a pretty decent reading. So the first one that came out is the Ace of Earth, which is the dragon. Dragons coming in to assist. It says practically starting anew. So you're starting something new. New financial or career opportunity. It says reward versus consequence, making preparations, planning for the future. So you've been doing some planning, which is good. Looks like you're going to come into some type of material gain, but it looks like you're seeking for a desire for security. So it says, when the Ace of Earth appears in your reading, it represents a time of change and new beginnings on the career and home front. So something new with your career, something is shifting. It says this change is driven by a desire for financial security and independence for yourself and for those for whom you're responsible for.
You know what?
Beautiful.
And that's exactly what we had talked about in your session, if you remember. So
Wow.
that is crazy that that just popped up again.
That is crazy. The
Yeah.
next one is 11. You know we love the 11s. So it's heaven on earth. So it says separation is an illusion. We already know that. Make sure you center yourself and you align yourself. Remember, I love this. Remember that we are spiritual beings, right? But we are in a physical body. That's in the forefront. And also remember that spirit dwells in nature.
Yes.
Experience life and learn from your experiences. Symbiotic relationships harm the planet and you harm humanity. So just a reminder, to be eco-friendly.
Yeah.
uh, and always know that the ordinary is magical and the magical is ordinary. So there is magic in the ordinary.
Yes.
The 11 of Earth is a balancing and realignment card. It suggests it is now time to keep yourself centered in harmony with the world around you by balancing the illusion of separation and knowing that really, truly, separation is an illusion. And I think you're really on that path, though.
Yep.
It says, remember, you're a spiritual being, a soul living in a physical body in order to experience and learn from life. That's what we all here for. You are to learn from those experiences in order to grow and evolve. And I know that you're on that path of evolution. It is important to integrate and ground your belief in a higher power or the intangible here on the physical plane. Know the spirit, know the divine that dwells within you and within nature. And it kind of all goes hand in hand. So it
Yep.
says here, we already talked about the Ace of Air.
Bam.
The Ace of Air symbolizes a new way of thinking, right? It suggests that it's now time to let go of old, outdated belief systems that no longer serves you and make way for a new and independently formed personal ideology. So whatever,
There
and
you
it
go.
just goes hand in hand.
Yeah.
Because I know that you're seeking. And when you seek, you'll find, but you'll find everything that you needed within you. It's already there. It's just a matter of how aware are you of it.
Yep. You got it.
Yeah, that's a beautiful reading.
So yeah, that is awesome. So all the things that we talked about on this session
Yeah.
coming to pass. So definitely
I
get
like
into
it.
it. So next up is Michelle.
Michelle Obama is here. I'm playing. Michelle Obama.
Michelle, Michelle, if you are on the line, just drop us a comment to let us know that you're here because a lot of people got their usernames up here, so we can't know who's who.
What's up, Michelle Obama? What's up with Barack? What he doing?
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Barack is her twin flame. That is
real.
crazy.
For real, for real.
All right, so let's go. So this reading is for
Michelle.
Michelle. We are gonna get some advice from your higher self and advice that you might need for today and the future, or maybe something in the past that you haven't quite
Oh,
settled
this
on.
goddess 999.
God is where Obama at? Leisha said I was manifesting with Ralph live with Chris. She
Yep,
did.
She did.
Marshawn is really good at manifesting. So if y'all need some tips, ask Marshawn.
There's a reason why we made her a moderator.
Yep, she is the bomb.com.
Yes.
All right, so we've got you
that
here,
book.
Michelle. Let's get you your beautiful sound advice on today.
Goddess 99.
Goddess 99. Let's see what the stars are saying on today. Goddess 999. Ooh, ooh. What we got? What we got? Beautiful. So we have the 12 of Earth,
Yep.
and we have body and mind. 12 of Earth and body and mind. And this one is 11 again. I love the 11 energy. So that's 11.
And she actually gave a donation of 1111.
That is crazy. These cards are crazy. Oh my goodness. And then this is one of my favorite cards too. It's just so beautiful and graceful. This is the 10 of water. So we have the 10 of water, which is a very graceful card. So she's, ooh, you're a real graceful young lady. So we have the 10 of water, and we have the body and mind, and we have the 12 of earth. So with the body and mind, it's just a matter of balancing out, finding a balance between the body and the mind, right? And so, you know what? Let me start out with the 11.
Which one?
I'm gonna start out with the 11. No, the 12. That's a 12.
So just go one
Yeah,
over.
that's the 12. Yeah, I'm gonna start off with the 12 of earth. I feel like I should start with that one first. So the 12 of earth, it says here, wow, this is so in alignment, Goddess 999. It says service to a higher purpose, loyalty to authority, speak for others. But it says, is your power real or borrowed? Follow the rules of directions given. Use personal power wisely. So you do have a lot of power. Make sure that you're using it wisely. Make sure that you're questioning everything. It says blind loyalty makes one blind. Okay? It says the 12 of earth symbolizes a service to king and country. Okay? Its trusted servant who has access to and control over all within its Lord's domain. He, while being of noble blood himself, is in service to and speaks for the one above him. So I'm not sure with the Reiki session that you're doing, are you doing it like on your own with your own business, or are you working with someone else? Because it seems like you just have to be mindful. And the next one is the 11 of air, body and mind. It says be open-minded and questioning. This is the second time it's saying to question stuff. So we want to pay attention to that one. It says you are only limited by your mind, and make sure you're using your discernment. And it says, how is your mind affecting your body? How is your body affecting your mind? Facts are certainties and opinions are not facts. We can only change ourselves. We can't change others.
She said
Okay?
she's on her own.
Oh, you're on your own? Okay, that's a good thing. So I don't know. It's saying to question everything. Like, don't just take things for face value. Make sure that you have that Inspector Gadget hat on. In 10 of water, it says truly living in the present, a feeling of divine connection, a time for serenity and ease, power born of knowledge and understanding, a positive emotional state, a power to consciously project your energy. So you have that power within you to project your energy, which is good. It also says here to say no to disruptive influences, giving life and power to shadows. The 10 of water symbolizes both a beginning and an ending. It is that moment when you let go of emotions that bind you to the past and find yourself truly living in the present for the first time. It is a feeling of divine connection with all and everything. Feeling and knowing that love dwells at the very core of your being and always has. So things look like it's going pretty good for you right now. Goddess love. But the only thing, I don't know why it's saying here to question a lot of stuff. And also be mindful of your power. So maybe that might stand out to you. I don't know, but that's definitely standing out. But you're in a good space right now.
Well, she did comment that OMG, this is so true.
Oh, okay. Because I'm stuck at that part. Like, wait a minute. So yeah, just be mindful and make sure you're using the discernment. If some type of energy is around you, person or somebody who is maybe saying stuff in your ear that you don't want to hear, you don't have to listen to it.
Mm-hmm.
You have all the
That's nice.
power within you. Yeah, I did the body and the
Oh,
mind
you
for
did?
her.
Okay.
So that was a pretty good reading. See, she has a lot of nice stuff happening right now. A lot of good stuff, and she might be a very graceful person.
And Charles is up next.
Yeah, she looks like a graceful person, like a nice lady.
Mm-hmm.
You are so welcome, goddess. I remember one time I had got a reading when I was like 21 years old in Manhattan, and this lady had asked a question. I was like, "Would I ever go back to?" She said, "Yes, I am." Wow. Oh, it's crazy. Just be mindful. Know that you're powerful. Okay, everything that you need is already inside of you, and don't even worry about it. You got this. Everything is
Mm-hmm.
happening good for you. You got a lot of good things going on for you right now. But yeah, so when I was 21 and I was working at Ben and Jerry's. I miss working at Ben and Jerry's. That is the best job ever, guys. Is working at Ben and Jerry's. It's a fun job. And I went just to see what this psychic lady was talking about because I'm always passing by her store every day. And I just went in. I think she charged me like $10 or $20 or whatever. I just paid with my tips. And I went in there and she told me at first she was just looking at me like she didn't want to do my reading. And I'm looking at her like, why you want to do my reading? She's just staring at me, staring at me. And I'm like, you're not answering my questions. I'm like, am I going to get to go back home? And she was like, well, all I can tell you is that the day that you were born, there were three stars that lined up in the sky, like in the form of a triangle. And then she was like, you need to watch out for this young lady. And she described her. And at the time, I was like, what is she talking about? Who is this young lady? I don't know anybody that looked like this that she described. But I did. I don't know why it didn't come to my forefront at the time. So I just left. I was like, man, I want my money back. And so I would say within the next, I would say maybe in a year or so, maybe in a year or two, this same young lady, man, I lost my job. And that's after I went and I did so much for her. Got her, my boss was like, I'm not hiring her. I got a bad vibe for her. I'm like, no, she needs a job. Please hire her. And he's like, I'm only sticking my neck out for you. I'm going to do it. Okay, we back. Sorry, I don't know. YouTube is trying to kick us off. It might be time to go.
Yeah.
But
if we're still going on strong, just drop a comment, let us know.
But yeah. So let me tell you my story. So then 2 years after I look back and it was a young lady. And when I thought about it, I was like, oh my God, that lady knew what she was talking about.
Oh, we got one more reading.
Oh, we got one more reading. Yeah. Why you ain't say nothing?
That.
Telling my story.
We're going to do this for Charles and we're going to head out because it looks like somebody knocked out the internet.
Oh, Mr. Bone?
Oh, yeah.
So okay. Charles, okay, pull up your reading.
Yeah, I can't see the comments right now.
Okay, so you guys, could you hear us? Could you see us? Please let us know.
Drop a comment, let us know.
17. Marshall, I've been talking about 17 a lot today.
Let me check out here real quick.
Okay.
A second.
All right. So, Mr. Charles, I'm going to get your reading for you on today. Get to your higher self with permission, of course, to get you a reading that you'll need for today that will be beneficial. Maybe a question you have about the past or something in your near future. Maybe something right now. See what your higher self, what message comes out for you. Oh. Oh.
All right, what we got?
We got knowledge and we got this strong man. Charles must be strong. So we have knowledge. Knowledge is power. That's a major card right there.
Mm-mm.
And then we have the 6 of Earth. Got earth sign right here, six of earth. And we have queen of air. So you got air, water, wind, and fire on today.
Yep.
So knowledge, right? So with the knowledge card, you really want to, and it came up right, so that's good. So you really want to check where you're at right now as far as what you know, right? Whenever that knowledge card comes out, it's usually for you to question where you're at right now. And then also check to see if what you're studying is in alignment with what you really want to do. And if not, definitely get on that path. Because having knowledge is one thing, but being wise is another. So wisdom is the proper execution of knowledge. That's what wisdom is.
Yep.
The appropriate use of knowledge. Now, it says here, we are on planet Earth to learn. And as we learn to exist, knowledge is power. And check your past education to see if it's serving you. But also, and still, do not limit your potential for learning, because we're always learning. We're constantly growing. Check to see if it's a time for new study and new learning. It says an opportunity to learn about people in the world. So dive more into that, right? Because the more we know about, the universe, it kind of reflects on us also. Surround yourself with books and information.
Yes.
It says here, check to see, does bias and unfounded prejudice close you to new knowledge? Because sometimes, even with me, I have to check myself to see, hold on, am I really blocking myself here? So check within to see if you have belief systems that you don't really need anymore. It says improve upon the knowledge that you have. So, grow and compound upon what you have and expand it. And it says here, where is your knowledge taking you? Do some self-checks. And it says, does what you're learning now serve a particular purpose or practical purpose? Create a better future by continuing your studies. So maybe going back to school, something of that nature, if that's what you're thinking about doing, or if that's what you're doing right now, this might be a good time to do so. And the six of earth, it says here, responsibility and duty to family. Give love, care, and support. Make sure you're leading by example. Now is the time for sharing. Get into nature, learn more about nature. Important matters needs attention. Protect the animals, forests, and ocean. So be conscious, eco-conscious. And it says help for the right reasons, because sometimes we can help, but sometimes we got to ask ourselves, why are we helping?
Yep.
The six of earth reminds us of our responsibility and duty to our family, especially the younger members. It asks us to be selfless and to service to those who are in need or dependent on us for love, care, and support. All right. Now the Queen of Air. It says here with the Queen of Air.
Beautiful card.
I love that card. That's I like the owl. It's real ancient. It says here, it's time to be realistic, be observant, plan, organize, and determine your course of action. So if you have something that a few different things that you've been thinking about, now is the time to really narrow down, get that arrow sharpened out. It says it might be a need for emotional detachment. Be decisive and precise in your decisions, and make sure you choose your words with care and stick to the facts. And don't allow your intellect to alienate, because sometimes, for the intelligent ones, it can you could seem to alienate yourself because you might know a lot and some people don't know a lot. So check on that also. It says the Queen of Air is one who may at times seem to be cold and distant. There are also times when it is said that she lacks in empathy and compassion. This, however, is not the case. The Queen of Air is not unfeeling. Rather, she is critical. She's a critical thinker. possessed of a very analytical mind. She relates to others with more ease on an intellectual level. So it seems like you're a pretty smart person. Um, so are you like in school, or are you trying to go back to school, Charles? What's going on with the mind now?
Yeah, yeah, definitely got to check. He was talking about his life as a Libra,
Oh, he's a Libra.
his wife.
Oh, his wife is a Libra. She's a wonderful person.
Yeah, he hadn't come anything else. But
That's beautiful.
hmm
So yeah, it might be time. The cards are saying to devote a little bit more time to that family aspect. Also see about expanding or expounding on your knowledge that you already know. And also, I don't know. I'm getting a sense like you're like smart or something.
more likely it is.
So when you're delivering your messages to people, make sure you choose your words wisely. So, because sometimes when people are really intellectual and they try to deliver a message to an individual, they can not knowingly make the other person feel like they're not that bright, if you know what I mean. So just be mindful of the words that you choose.
Yep, yep, yep. All right. And I think that's probably it for this evening. We don't want to keep y'all too late.
You guys been amazing. You've been sticking with us this long. Thank you.
Yes.
And for those of you who are joining us on the later half, if you haven't already put a like on the video, go ahead and put a like on the video.
Give us
If
that
you're
thumbs
new
up.
to the channel, welcome, welcome again. And please subscribe, like, and share. Our goal is to get to, you are very welcome, Charles.
Yes.
Yes, our goal is to get to 10,000 subscribers.
Yep.
That's our goal. We got 5 more thousand subscribers to go, but we'll make it there. And guys, also we do sessions, private sessions, one-on-one.
Yep.
If you guys are looking for more like a Reiki hands-on healer, we do have Goddess 999 in the chat. You can, contact her. But if you're looking more so of like maybe a counseling therapy session or one-on-one guidance, kind of feel stuck, you kind of feel like you got some patterns and stuff, and you want to help uncovering those patterns, that's us. We can assist with that.
All day.
We can dive into the subconscious and see what's going on, where things got started from, and help you to start creating new stories, tell yourself, so that you can start feeling better about yourself and living the life that you want to live and you want to experience. We'll be happy to help with
Yes.
that.
And last but not least, definitely the contest for the free T-shirt is still going. You go ahead and get those entries in. More than likely, by the end of this month, we're going to be announcing who that winner is and who's going to be receiving that free T-shirt.
Yeah.
So definitely keep an eye out for that. And if you're not following us on IG, you can follow us on IG at twinflame_unite. We are posting on there daily now.
Yeah.
So we got a lot of information. We're actually, this week, we're breaking down the days of the weeks and the guys that are associated with them.
Monday,
So,
Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday,
Yeah.
Saturday, Sunday.
Yeah, make sure you really question when you look at these days of the week, who are we really worshiping?
Y'all question everything, guys. Monday, who is Monday named after? Tuesday, who is Tues? And why is it his day?
And why he's missing his left hand.
Why he missing his left hand? Why nobody never told me this in school? Right? Why they don't tell? What about, forget about these days of the weeks. What about the months of the year?
We're going to get into that too.
Who was Augustus? And why you got to name August after him? See, these are questions that you got to ask yourself. When you start asking these questions, it's going to take you down a whole nother rabbit hole into really understanding, this matrix, the construct, and why things are the way that they are.
Yep. Break it down, y'all. Well, Hopefully, this information has been helpful to you all as far as understanding this super full moon
Yeah.
and why things are getting more organized and we're coming out of this retrograde,
Mm-hmm.
and understanding your subconscious mind and knowing how it works so
Yeah.
that you can live your life on purpose.
Yes, and reprogram it. If you don't like the current program that's being ran,
Mm-hmm.
you could change that and have a better program that you enjoy.
Yes.
Or you could be deprogrammed. Whatever you want to do. It's your life. You could take control of it.
Yep. And so with that, y'all, we gonna leave y'all right where we found y'all, and we love each and every one of y'all. We thank you so much for your support and your love. But we are Twin Flames Unite, and we are out.
Peace, guys.
Peace out.